George is going to join us. Yankee fans, how's everybody doing? It's Crazy Joe here with you on a great Friday night. We are so darn excited. We have a great show in store for you tonight, a special show we did for our star, especially for him, our great ex-Yankee champion, Homer Bush. And we can't wait to bring him on, and we'll have some questions. As long as it's okay with him, have him ready, everyone. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I want to welcome you. Just a few quick bits to everyone. Tomorrow morning, our show will start not 8:30, 9 a.m., 9 a.m., and that will bring us into our two other ex-New York Yankees in Tom Gordon and Denny Nagel. So make a note of it, everyone. We're not coming on at 8:30 tomorrow morning. It's going to be 9 a.m., and they will join us around 9:30 a.m. Please like the program. We really would appreciate that. We have a lot of things coming up. But first of all, what I like to do is bring up our star of the show, who's now here and ready to go. And that is Homer Bush, world champion, guys. How you doing, Homer? Welcome to NY Yankee Mania.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm doing outstanding.
You like that intro?
I love it.
It's nice to meet you.
We also have another friend of yours that I think you might know. He just surprised us. We're going to bring him up also. And I'm going to bring him up. He's a young stud, and he's part of our program, which I have two young studs here, Homer. And
Homer.
I'm not sure you know this guy, George, from the Fences.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
okay,
we hear you.
New mic situation, all that. But yeah, what's up, Homer? How's everything?
Man, life is good. How about yourself? I see you still grinding, baby. I love it.
Thank you, man. It's been going good. It's been a great ride.
Good stuff.
Well, first of all, Homer, thank you so much for being on the show with us. This is an honor for me. It's like a little dream, because following you and loving the Yankees, it's just been a dream being a Yankee fan and a Yankee. I actually met you once in 1998. I was covering for a very small local radio station, and I went, oh, look at and it was just, I was in awe with you guys. You guys were just. It was so high. I was a little nervous because it was like, to me, it was the greatest team I ever saw. So I mean, it was just amazing. But I'd like to ask you, first of all, how are you? How's your family? And how are things going with you?
Hey, that's awesome. Hey, I'm doing fine. Family's well. Man, this is our favorite time of the year, postseason baseball, so
Yes.
it's baseball's definitely buzzing around here. I have my son that plays professionally with the Rays organization, so it's baseball 24/7 in the Bush household.
I saw that.
Oh,
He's
that's
been killing it.
fantastic. Awesome.
He's been killing it down there.
Oh man, I'm telling you, he had a good year. Happy
He
for
did.
him. As the minor leagues can be tough. It's a lot of good players, so it's just good to see the cream rise to the top.
Awesome. Well, I guess my first question, Homer, is when did you finally live the dream that you were going to be a major league player? And how did it all start for you? What was it that said, hey, you know what, to your parents, your grandparents, whoever it was, how did you react and say, you know what, I'm going to be a major league player, and I'm going to play for the New York Yankees. How did that all come about?
As you can imagine, it took a whole lot of being naive, thinking that it was going to be a pretty easy path, right? So
No.
when when I was in high school, I could play a little bit, and when I got drafted by the San Diego Padres, the scout, he's the late Van Smith. He's a big time scout. Was a big time scout with the Padres. He painted this picture. He was like, "Hey, I could see you playing second base at Qualcomm Stadium." And, I was already full of myself. I'd had some success on the football field and baseball field. So I was like, yeah, oh man, I'm down for this. But when I got to spring training and saw all the competition that was there, I was like, oh, this is going to be more than I had expected. But, I remember there was a time in there where I wanted to, go and play football. You know how guys do it. They get recruited into sports. A couple years after baseball is mean to you, you go, man, I want to go to college and play football. And I just remember having a conversation with my mother, and she was like, no, baby, don't do it. Just, stick with baseball. These people have given you a chance. And so it was really, my mother talking me into like, sticking around. And at that point, once I decided to do it, it was like, man, just got to give it 100%. And every year it just kept getting better and better. And before I knew it, I was in AAA knocking on doors to the big leagues.
Now, once that happened, Homo. Now,
Mhm.
did you ever have any aspirations? Because I know Yankee fans want to hear this about playing for the New York Yankees. How did that all come about from your recollection?
So the Yankees, when I got the opportunity to come over to New York, they had just won the World Series in '96, and I came over in '97. And I'm this little budding star. You really don't want to try to break in with the New York Yankees because they're a veteran heavy team and they're just coming off the World Series. So it's not like you're breaking in with a younger ball club, right? So again, you just, you always have to kind of find your way onto the roster, show some type of value, whether you be an everyday player or a guy that's coming off the bench. So when I was traded over, uh, I grew up a huge Cardinals fan, growing up in the Midwest in East St. Louis. Um, so when I finally get traded to the Yankees, it was like, whoa! I started studying the rich history and all the great players and so it was like, man, this is going to be even tougher. But they had a need at second base and just happened to be the position I played, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it just seemed like every time you were magic. Every time you came in, I said, oh, we're definitely getting a run now. No question about it. One way or the other, you made something happen. Stolen base, error, whatever it took, you were coming around that baseline. There was no question in my mind. But being on a team like that, now, just taking you back, so the team started like 1-4. Things
Yes.
weren't going well in the beginning. And the one thing that I remember, just like it was yesterday, that changed the whole narrative was you guys were playing the Mariners in Seattle, and things were not looking that great in that game. But Ken Griffey Jr. came up, and he hit he had first and second and one out, and he hit a ground ball. It was a great play by Jeter. He made it. He turned, and it was a double play. I remember saying that is the play that's going to turn this team crazy. And oh my God, was I right? And you guys came back. You won that game, and all hell broke loose. I mean, everything went right with you guys, and it was amazing. I mean, as I said, we may never see a team like that again, but it was just, I would put that team up against anybody. The big red machine of 75, I would put them up, even the 27 Yankees, I don't care. You had a knack. Everybody did something, from you to Rock Reigns, It just exploded. Chili Davis, it was just the best team. And did we have 80 homers? No, but who cares? At that time, you guys were contact hitters.
Yeah, yeah,
You
Joe.
went you went base to base. This is what's missing in baseball.
I totally agree with you on that. But I tell you what, in the beginning of the season that year, I think everyone just kind of had to settle into their roles because we had um, all these guys, these could have been Hall of Famers on the bench. Um, so guys were just fighting for playing time. And when I reflect back on it, I really think it was like, okay, guys said, "Hey, I mean, here's my role. I'm gonna come off the bench. I'm gonna get 350 ABs." And from there, it just took off because, I mean, we were expected to win the World Series, even though we won it and it looked kind of easy, because we had won so many games. It was really tough. We were grinding. There was always this competition within the game to get at bats and to just get playing time. So guys, they just took care of business and it worked out the way it did.
Great. Guys, who wants to go first for questions for Homer? Go ahead.
I can start it off. First of
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
thanks. Yeah, thanks Homer for coming on. Nice to meet you. My name's Evan. Kind of new here on the show, so I hadn't talked to a lot of former MLB players, so I'm excited to get this chance now. I was looking at your stats on the '98 Yankees,
Hmm.
and you had the highest batting average in your career, highest OBP on base percentage, highest slugging percentage, and highest OPS. So like obviously you worked very well with the team. How did like the other players on the team really help you into your role on the team, and how did it kind of elevate your game into what you were on the team?
Hey, Evan, man, I tell you what, that's a fantastic question. And I mean that because a lot of people don't know that I started the season on the opening day roster and played all the way through the postseason and hit 380. I promise you, I don't know if that's been done 5 times in the history of baseball.
Probably not.
But I had so many veteran hitters. I mean, I literally that was on the bench, um, talking hitting. Whenever I didn't play. I remember a game we were playing against Seattle Mariners at home, and I believe we had gone up to we built a pretty decent lead, and I got 2 at bats, and I was hitting like 320. But I was talking with Tim Raines on the bench earlier that day, you know, maybe third, fourth, fifth inning. Got 2 ABs, went 2 for 2, applied exactly what he had told me, and so I had that luxury, and of course I was trying to take in as much information as I could. Because by the way, Tim Raines, Daryl Strawberry, Ricky Henderson, those guys were my favorite, and my oldest brother, his favorite players coming up. So whenever they would talk, I would listen, and I mean, teaching is powerful. I will say that, and that's when I learned that if you have good information to feed a young man, you can definitely help him out because I mean they helped me out a great deal.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
George, you have a question?
Yeah, I mean, Homer, good to see you again. Like we said earlier, good to be
Yeah.
back on live with you. I wanted to ask about, man, because you played in the late 90s, early 2000s decade, a decade that is drastically different from today's game. But that being said, you have a son who's playing pro ball in the Rays organization, in the minor system. I want to know, what are some of the biggest things you've seen change in the game from when you played to nowadays when you got your son out there in Tampa playing? What's some of the biggest changes you've seen in the game of baseball?
Well, definitely the OPS. How important the OPS and slugging is to the game of baseball. So I'm not going to have much value to him, as you can imagine, because I wasn't a slugger. So, uh, so that right there, I would say would be the biggest difference. And slight, up until a couple years ago, stolen bases, they didn't even value the stolen bases, but now since there's not a whole lot of singles as being hit in the game, they're using stolen bases as a way to counter that. So it's good to see stolen bases. And I think you're going to see more high contact guys on rosters in the next handful of years. So, but I know, and I truly feel that slugging going forward is always going to be a big part of baseball due to how many games you can win with very little activity.
Yeah, and a little more on your son. I mean, he had a fantastic year in the Rays organization. For you as a father, I mean, what's it like to have a son who's basically going through the same grind that you went through? You know, you're able to kind of relate with him now in a way because he's going through everything you went through when he was his age, and now he's having great success. He's working his way up the totem pole. How does that feel to you as a father?
Well, as you can imagine, I can definitely appreciate the grind, So, I try to really stay in my own lane because the organization has done a fantastic job. I mean, even the Padres organization did a fantastic job with him as far as pouring into him and helping develop him. But the Rays have really taken that up a notch. They've had him out at their spring training complex several different times, and he's going back out there again in November. So they have something that they're focusing on with them, and they feel like these skill sets that they're working on is going to help them as an organization. So we've just been rolling with that. Right now it's literally like they told them, let's use your athleticism to your advantage, and let's just see if the power will come. So I personally, I'm excited about his development with the organization, and I think they're on the right track with him.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, absolutely awesome. Homer, do you mind some questions from the gang now from the Yankee chat?
Okay.
That okay? All right.
Yes, sir.
John O'Neill says, at your play. I see that you played in Australia. I would love to hear about that.
Oh gosh, I tell you what, one of the my I had the most fun in winter ball playing in Australia. I played on the championship team. I think I won the batting title, MVP of the league, and I was really raw. And it was a league that was just getting going. So it was the perfect match, right? A young man from the inner city going to a whole nother country, playing in a league where my talent really matched the talent in the league. So I just kind of took off from there. Went to spring training, had a great spring training, but I met some good people, had some good food, created a lot of friendships throughout the years. So it was awesome. I tell you what, I did more sightseeing than playing baseball while I was there. Such a beautiful place.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Oh, well, this is from Sean Browning. What was the clubhouse like in 1998 during the historical 125 wins?
Well, man, I like to say it was all business. Um, it was just not, everybody knew what the goal was. And that's uh pretty much with most organizations, but it just hit different when you're in New York because the media, we had the boss around at the time. Boss didn't mess around. It was
Hmm.
like if you didn't get the job done, he got somebody in there that was gonna get it done. So the clubhouse, I mean, it was not a
Yep.
lot of not a lot of shenanigans, none of that. What they have kangaroo court and all that stuff, which is cool. You don't have nothing against it, but not New York. I mean, it was like from game one to game 162. It was about getting to the postseason and then winning it. So we had a very mature clubhouse. Think about this. Tito had just come over not too long before I had gotten there. Scott Brocious,
Right. Yeah.
true professional. Yeah, Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, your Straw, Chili Davis, Tim Raines. I mean, these are all professionals that had been in the league for, gosh, anywhere from 8 to 10 years at that point. So, I would say it was business, but you had the luxury of having mature veterans that knew what the assignment was.
Oh, awesome. I go crazy. You mentioned that team, and it's like, could we like put that team right now? I mean, I love our team now, but which we'll get into in a couple of minutes. But I would love a few of those names here right now, please. How was Joe Torre as a manager? T Road, who's a big supporter of our show, he wants to ask you that. How was Joe Torre to you and to the team?
I tell this, I use this analogy. So I heard someone say this on the radio one time. It was Dallas Mavericks players talking about Avery Johnson and, saying they would run through a wall for him. Because they knew that if he asked them to run through a wall for him, they'll do it because he knew that they trusted him that much because there would be a soft spot in that wall. And I always say Joe was that type of manager. Um, you know, for me, I'm a little biased because Joe found value in me and he gave me an opportunity. He kept giving me an opportunity until I let him down. So fortunately, that never happened. So I'm a big fan of Joe Torre. Um, but I always say it's like Joe with 25 of his sons out there just playing baseball.
Okay. Back to John again. He's anxious to ask you, do you follow the Yankees? And do you feel they may go all the way? And how would you feel a rematch with the Dodgers or playing the Brewers?
I definitely feel like they have a chance. I even said this at Old Timers Day. The question was, and I'm paraphrasing, the Yankees, do they have enough time to turn things around? And I said yes, because it's just a matter of executing, right? And once you get to the postseason, probably have heard this stat. Um, you win something like 95% of your games with two or more home runs in the postseason. They definitely have that capability. They have the starters, especially having lefty starters, which is huge. It's going to be huge. It's going to play large in the postseason. So for me, they have everything they need. It's just a matter of executing. I I cannot look at all the rosters in the postseason and truly say that the Yankees can't match up with any of those guys. I mean, they definitely match up on paper. Dodgers may have a slight advantage, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, no one's really running away with this thing as far as talent on paper.
One more before we ask you a couple other questions. Who was the most intense player on your teams?
Definitely Paul O'Neill. At 98-year Paul O'Neill.
Oh, I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, no, for real.
Oh my
And just think, I even left him off when I forgot to bring him up when I was talking about just maturity and veteran guys that was all about business. Uh, Paulie was not just locked in during the games, guys. He was locked in from the time he got into the clubhouse. I'm talking like same routine. I mean, he would literally get there early, hit, play the game, lift weights after the game. So, seeing that as a young ball player, I was able to, not only get a chance to see his intensity, but see how he went about his business in a professional manner as well.
Okay. Guys, you have a couple of questions before we go back to the chat?
Who on this current team reminds you of yourself?
Oh gosh, man, it's easy to say Chaz, but Chaz has too much power.
Yeah.
But
Would you stop
I,
putting yourself down?
well, I didn't hit 30
Please?
jacks, right? I didn't hit 30 pumps,
I
but
don't care if
you
you're
know,
30 black. You were damn good.
just looking at the play from the other day when he's stealing, he's scoring off a single. end up being the go-ahead
Yeah.
run, right? Yeah, I mean, like that's the type of stuff that I would live for, and so I definitely see some of that in Jazz. They just don't have that type of player around anymore.
Yeah.
That it was like a September myself, Andy Fox. There was a September call up, late defensive replacement type guy. So, um, but no, I tell you what, it was a it was a necessity uh back when I played. Dave Roberts that helped him stay in the big leagues big time. So that value is going to come back for sure.
I think it should. It's very
Yeah, but
important in the game.
you remind me of
Who's that?
Jose C.
I was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
Jose
yeah,
say,
yeah,
Calbello.
Carver. Yeah. No, I
Come
forgot about him.
on, right in the face. I see you there.
Yeah. Hey, no, I tell you what, he's the real deal. I mean, this guy doesn't even play every day, and he's leading the league in stolen bases.
Hmm.
That's crazy when you think about
Yeah,
it,
that's nice.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
but
that is really.
he makes things happen. Makes things happen for sure.
Now, do you feel in your heart's a heart with the way the Yankees played against Toronto? And by the way, you did play for Toronto.
Mhm.
What element do you see? Do you see the Yankees having an intensity in this series, something to prove, or do you think that's all by the boards and they're just going to go business as usual? Let's go out there, let's win our 3 games and get the heck out of there.
Yeah. So, the way I'm looking at the series is it's coming upon us is like this. Yankees are gonna have to slug. They're just gonna have to do what they do, but add a little bit of the aggressive base running to their game and play solid defense, right? You're gonna always need pitching.
Right.
Um, but with the Blue Jays, the one thing they do very well is they can barrel the ball up. They may not hit it. Now they have home
I
run
know.
capability, but they will definitely base hit you to death. So defense is going to be huge, and just try to get as much swing and miss as possible because those young guys. I was just watching them. I watch both organizations throughout the year. Uh, Man, they can come up with some big hits late in the game. It was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. And it wouldn't be like home runs. It would be uh runs at first and second, 2 out double type stuff. So they can definitely they have a really good approach at the plate. And I was just saying how awesome their hitting coach must be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Katie has been wanting me to ask you what was your favorite part of being on the New York Yankees in 1998?
Oh my gosh, man. Hopefully I don't sound too shallow, but man, you felt famous. It was the craziest thing. Everywhere we went, people were everywhere. And as we start winning and postseason start coming around, it was uh it was good to be a Yankee, no doubt. That was definitely one of the highlights. And of course, winning the World Series was pretty cool. Especially being young and being able to just watch it and not have all the pressure as most of the other guys did.
Yeah, no, of course, no question about it. And when you guys were striving, I mean, what was the feel? What was going through your mind? Let's say you won the first 3 games of the World Series. You're 1 game away from the promised land. What you started in February. What goes through the player's mind? Were you a little superstitious? Do you just go about your business? This is coming from Teresa in the chat. She wants to know how do you how's the mindset? How do you get prepared? Do you sleep the night before? Do you eat a lot? You don't eat a lot? How does a player react?
Yeah, so honestly, it was a little bit of all of that. Seriously, when you're so close, and all you need is just that one game. you just there's a lot going on in the mind, right? So, um, we the one thing I can say Joe did a fantastic job of is keeping us grounded. No one really got, too big, or wanted to be more than Joe needed or the Yankees needed. I mean, he did a wonderful job of making sure guys knew their roles and they played their roles. So all the way up until that last win, it was you're just trying to execute, whether you're on defense, on the mound, making a pitch. And I think in the back of most of the guys' minds, because I know it was in mine, whenever I got in there, I didn't want to screw up because momentum can shift quickly, especially with a good team like the San Diego Padres in '98. So, because I don't know if you remember this, but Game 1 they came out the gates hot. If
I
we don't
know
get
we
that
were
grand
down
slam
six
from
to
Tino,
nothing, 6-1.
yeah, yeah, that could have been totally
That
different
was
series
my
if they
next
go up one
question.
nothing. Yeah.
Was
Uh-huh.
that the
Go ahead.
loudest you ever heard Yankee Stadium when he hit the grand slam from off of Mark Langston? Was that the
Yeah.
loudest you ever heard Yankee Stadium?
Oh, no doubt. But I'm telling you, the place was shaking. That was intense.
I know.
Um, that was intense. And I tell you what, uh, I mean, they smacked us in the mouth. Think about this now. Now, I know we're on the other side of this thing, and it's like, oh, you guys had it in the bag. No, sirree, Bob. It was literally like we didn't know what we was going to get. And when they came out the gates like that, it was like, oh boy, this is this is the real deal. So, and when we came back, as you can imagine, man, we were strutting around like peacocks at that point. It
Yeah,
was like,
Knobloch hit
yeah,
the 3-run homer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
That was
it,
unbelievable. That home run from Tino, I came out of my shoes. I was just I was just going nuts. I couldn't believe, I mean, with that team, you can never give. With your team in '98, you were never out of a game. How about I don't know if it was. I think it was that year when you guys were down 8-0 with one out in the ninth inning and came back and tied up the game. Ended up losing it, but I mean, come on, that was Andy Fox beating out a little ground ball down the first base line, and that started the whole craziness. I mean, you did
wow.
everything that year. There's nothing you got. You had a perfect game. I mean, come on, it was amazing, and of course, we didn't even mention Mariano Rivera. I mean, you're
Joe,
never going to see a pitcher like that.
Joe, I'm gonna tell you,
Really,
I
mean,
played with Mario Rivera, and I didn't know he had one pitch.
right.
That goes to show you how much I was locked in on the offensive side. I did
Oh
not
my
know he only had one
God.
pitch. That's crazy. And and like
And
it
you
was
knew what
just
was coming.
yeah. I mean, we
And
were
you can't
all
hit it.
about business. Yeah. No, we
Oh,
we we
definitely.
were about business.
You guys were the
Yeah.
best. I mean, it was just great. And you had the best of everything. I mean, look, you had Bob Shepard. How did you feel having a guy like Bob Shepard mention your name? I mean, isn't it to me that's such an I met him a couple of times and it was just I mean, I was like in awe. And you had Eddie Layton at the organ, which was another. These little small things add up to everything that happened in that year. It was just like just beautiful. I mean, first of all, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for bringing us so much joy and laughter and loving this team. How can you not love? I mean, even the hated Red Sox fans it embraced people. I mean, it was a time that I mean I'll never forget, and I like to see it again. And I'm really hoping that this will be the Yankees' year again. And we would love to have you on again, Homer. If during the big run, especially we go into the World Series, you can help us out to dissect a few of this That would be
Yeah, yeah.
awesome if you would consider coming back. Two things I wanted to tell you. A little surprise for you, and number
Okay.
two, on November 11th here on NY Mania, we're going to be having our show our first time. We're going to be saluting the troops. We're going to be
Okay.
saying thank you to everyone, and not only the troops, but cancer patients, you name it. Everybody that paved the way for us to watch you guys play, for you guys to play, and we're getting as many people involved. We've got former players coming on, announcers, CEOs, and I'd like to extend the invitation to you. If you have anybody that it could be yourself too, that you're proud of that served the country, we want to know about it, and we would love for you to come up, spend some time with us if you can. I'd really, really appreciate that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to be in Tampa at Yankees fantasy camp, but make sure you give me the times, and I'll try to make it happen.
Oh, that's so. And if you have anybody that you're proud of it, either in your family, your friends, and whether they're with us or not, we will pray for them, and we will definitely give a big shout out to them, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing, and just to know we have the freedom to watch you guys play is it's just a miracle. And we have a couple of people on staff that served in the military, so we're very proud of them. Sean Browning and Ken, who also has his own podcast, and we're going to be honoring them to start out, and then a lot of other people. So it would be great. Thank you so much. We will be in touch with you. Also, a little surprise to you. You may know this guy. I'm going to bring him up.
What's
Yo,
up,
I got
baby?
it. What's up, Homer? What's up,
How you
George? What's up,
doing?
Evan?
So,
Joe?
Hey, how's South Africa?
Oh my God, we landed like literally today, and then now, I mean yesterday. We're already into tomorrow. But it's 2:30 in the morning here. Can't sleep, but
Wow.
yeah. So we have the safari at 6:30 in the morning. We're going to our first safari at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. How you
Wow.
been, my
Hey,
guy? How you doing?
good, good. Hey, when you get back in town, I'll be in your backyard October 11th.
Oh, I come back October 15th.
Oh gosh. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna be at a card show in Secaucus at the rec center.
Oh, okay. I think George, you were telling me about that, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
George,
yeah. I think
hey, you coming by?
yeah. I'll stop by, Homer.
Yeah, yeah. Come by, say what's up, man.
Get to meet you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
are you gonna be in Jersey till the 15th, or
Boy,
just
nobody
that?
What'd you say, Joe?
nobody
Joe
cares about
was.
the Staten Island boy. Jeez,
Hey,
I
hey,
would,
can you
it's
get?
like,
Hey,
man, I
can
would
you come
love to
by?
come there. Are you kidding me?
Can you come by?
I will try. We'll take all. If you email all the information, I appreciate it, and we'll see what we can do. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
gonna
Hey, roll through.
That would be nice. Thank
are you gonna be in Jersey till the
you.
18th,
Awesome.
or?
Yeah.
No, I'm only gonna be there to the gosh, like the 12th.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
quick
we'll
turnaround.
catch them one of these days. But yeah, but thank you for joining Joe's show, and thank you for joining Evan, and thank you for joining George again. I know I booked you for George's show back in the day, and yeah, that was a good one too. But thank you again for joining this show. And then if you want to tune in later tomorrow. It's already Saturday for me, but we also booked Danny Nagel and Tom Flash Gordon to come on the show. Both of them here on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So both of them will be joining at the same time. So here
Hey,
on this show.
tell Flash I said hi, man. One of my favorite teammates for sure. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Hey, man, I've been following George, man. He been elevating his guests. I saw him hanging out with Aaron Boone the other day. I'm like, man, hope he still remember Bushy.
He did. I mentioned you.
Dude, it's the craziest thing. I saw Boney at Old Timers Day, and this is why I love this man. The first thing he said to me was, Hey, I see your son's doing well. This guy's managing the New York Yankees, and he has time to keep up with my son in the minor leagues. I thought that was pretty cool.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And cool.
yeah.
Shout out to your son. Shout out to your son, man. Your kid works hard every day, and hopefully he gets an opportunity with Tampa soon. And he's with the right organization when it comes to developing prospects. And yeah, your son. I mean, he like George said, he had a great season, and he's a good hitter. And I hope, like, I hope by the way, the fir- Joe, the first time I got connected with Homer Bush was like when I started my show, like right in the beginning of my own company, right in the beginning of the COVID, and he came on. He was glad. Homer was great. I mean, he was amazing, and he to take the time to come on and talk. We talked about a lot of stuff, and we built that relationship, and now he continues to. We continue to be good friends, and his family's amazing. His wife Monica is amazing. Shout out to your whole family because you guys put it on the head straight, and you guys are the best. And I love working with Homer and the rest of the other Yankees that we work with, like Tom Gordon and
Oh,
Danny Nagel. And you guys are gonna. You guys, I won't be there unfortunately because we have the Safari, but you guys will enjoy both of them here on the show tomorrow. And at the same, they'll be joining at the same time. What a way to have Homer Bush and then those two following up Homer for the right start from game one of the ALDS against Toronto.
Dude, that's awesome.
I'm in Disneyland. That's all I gotta say. I'm in Disneyland. I mean, this is a dream for me. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is just like, somebody punched me in the face because I'm in awe. You guys, you brought so much joy, and I got to tell you, Homer, you brought a lot of joy to a couple people who I love and no longer in my life in our lives. My dad and my uncle, and I can't tell you the joy that you brought to them with that '98 season, and I'll always remember as my mom was passing, she said, "Joe, don't worry about it. There's no way the Yankees are going to let you down," and you never did. And the greatest feeling in the world is baseball. Baseball is number one, and in my heart, in my book, and that 1998 season was the greatest I've ever seen in my life, and I'll always say you are the greatest team I have ever. I will put that team up against anybody. I don't care who, even our own 27 Yankees, who you would give them, forget it, a run for their money too. So, but I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This is a dream come true. Meeting people like you and Nitin, what Nitin's done for us. I couldn't repay in a thousand years. But one
Good
thing I
stuff.
can say is that we're such a nice knit family here, and we would love for you to join us anytime you want. Homer, it's carte blanche. Anytime you want to come on, talk about your son, talk about whatever you want to talk about. We'd love to have you, especially as we go to that 28th World Championship.
I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for having me, guys. And man, I look forward to coming back on the show.
Good to see you again, Homer.
Yes,
All
and
right,
you
Nathan.
have a great weekend. And can you tell all the fans, let's go Yankees? They want to hear it from a true champion.
Let's go Yankees, baby.
Woo.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That's what we want to hear. Have a great weekend. God bless your family, and good luck to your son always.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
What a treat.
That
Let's
was
see it.
Homer Bush, everyone. What a great champion. I can't say enough. He was great. So now, if you think that was an appetizer, guys, how about tomorrow morning?
Wait till
We have
tomorrow.
a champion.
Wait till tomorrow.
Double
Tomorrow
trouble.
morning, guys, get up. I'm making it easy for you. No 8:30, 9 o'clock for tomorrow morning. So 9 o'clock, get up, get ready, get your questions ready for world champion Denny Nagel. And of course, the main man with Mariano Rivera, Tom Flash Gordon. So we're going to do that.
And Joe, make
Minden, I
sure,
want to personally thank you for.
Make sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Make sure you tell Tom that Homer said hi. So.
Of course.
Yeah.
Me no forget. Me no do. Don't worry. Guys, I want to introduce a new member to our NY Yankee family.
Yep, Johnny Salami.
And I love this name. I absolutely love it. Let's give a big welcome to Johnny Salami.
Hey,
What's
And
up,
here
Johnny?
he
Welcome
comes.
welcome to the team, Johnny.
Jonathan.
yeah, I'm excited. I really am. It's a great team, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So
Hey, thank
let's
you.
go.
Hey, you're in for a show, man. You're in for a show.
Yo, how about that interview?
I don't
That
think
was
you
awesome.
met George.
No, I haven't. How you doing?
No,
Thank you.
What's up, George? Good to meet you.
George is our
Nice to meet you as
he's
well.
a great analyst. He's a great play-by-play man. He's everything, and he's just getting over not feeling well. We've been praying all the time,
Yes,
and
yes.
we're
Yep.
so happy. And George, we want you 100%. We need you for the Yankees, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No question
we'll get
about it.
there.
So again, Mr. Salami, what tell us what went through your mind with the Yankee game last night? What were you feeling?
Hey, Joe,
Take us through it. Go ahead.
real quick
Listen.
before you can drop me because I'm gonna try and get some sleep before the safari, so you can drop me. Sorry, I'm in Africa,
Hey.
South Africa. So, yeah.
Dude, have fun on that safari and be
Yeah.
safe.
No,
Don't
Thank
let
you.
the
Thank you.
beg boats back.
Hey, see you guys.
See ya.
great time. Give my love to your family. Take care.
That's insane. He's on the other
All
side
right.
of the world, and he's still getting people in here for
It's
interviews and
like
stuff.
2:47.
That's hard
a.m.
work. Yeah, that's hard work. He's something
It's
else.
amazing. Man, it's amazing. Yes. All right, so let's start it off. What were your feelings last night? Were you jumpy? Forget about the score. Forget about the cam right now. How were you feeling? Were you feeling confident as we started yesterday? I'm going to bring that out to all of you, actually.
So
How were
So
you
when
guys feeling when the game first started?
do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. At
ahead.
first I wasn't 100% sure, to be honest. I knew Cam could do it, but I wasn't entirely sure if that was going to happen. Just because I was looking back at that game when he played against the Blue Jays, where it was a playoff team, and he kind of fell apart. So I was a little nervous at first. As you can see, it was kind of a pitching duel up until the fourth. And that's when everything broke open and it just kind of became a classic Yankees game. I had like 90s vibes from this game. I don't know if you guys had the same thing, but I feel like this was back in like a late 90s game. Like I can see this
A little
game
before my
back,
time.
something
Yeah.
back then.
I wish
Everything's before your time. Don't rub it in.
I wish we got to see those things.
It was amazing.
Don't
I got
rub it
lucky.
in,
I was
guys.
just,
I mean, I'm
I just caught it.
You know,
But that's how I feel about it.
That's funny. No, but
Yeah.
it was really an amazing feeling. It really was. George, how were you feeling?
Yeah, going into it, I really thought it was a little 50-50. I think it relied on the pitching. I mean, you had two rookies coming into this one. Obviously, Cam Schlidler, who had more starts under his belt, because Connolly Early, the guy for the Sox, only had 19 innings pitched this season. He did have a really strong 19 innings, but it's such a small sample size. Him being a lefty concerned me a little bit, but that didn't really pose a problem. And I mean, the story of the night was Cam Schlidler. I mean, this guy dazzled. 8 shutout innings, 12 strikeouts. He could have maybe went the 9th, but Boone played the conservative role, which paid out in the end because now you have a lockdown closer in David Bednar. It was a great win, man. And here's what I'll say about this series. It was so important, this series, for a few reasons. One, it's because you're hot going into tomorrow's game. And that's good because two guys, I'll mention two bats right now, who got to get the crowd behind them, who got the fans behind them, because the two names are Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells. The whole season, we've been picking on them. They've been they weren't good in the regular season. I'll just say plain and simple. But now that they had these 3 games, they had their big moments. Both of them, especially Austin Wells, they're hitting. They're going into Toronto red hot, and that is huge when it comes to taking down the Blue Jays. So to have that momentum, to have that firepower going into Toronto, that's the biggest takeaway I have from winning the series, because now you don't have Volpe with the crowd booing him. No one really should boo Volpe anymore. That's ridiculous. The guy got a bunch of hits, got a few RBIs, hit that nice opposite field homer off Crochet. Nobody should be even considering booing Austin Wells. He's the one who's been getting the big hits, starting our rallies. So just to have them hit, have them get the bats working, it is good to go, baby, and I'm excited for this one. We got Luis Gil tomorrow. The rotation looks really good. I mean, all 3 of our guys who pitched, they did not waver, which was huge to see. None of them got shelled. Fried pitched really good. Rodon was all right. Obviously, we know about Schlidler, but the fact that Toronto has a weak-ish rotation without a guy like Jose Barrios, they got Chris Bassett, who's a coin flip. Obviously, their ace is Kevin Gausman. He goes tomorrow, but the Yankees have the upper hand with the pitching, and now that you have all these bats going, the bottom of the order isn't dead, guys. It's not dead anymore. Volpe and Wells are hitting. You got the team firing on all cylinders, and that's why I'm so hyped for this upcoming series.
Great. Evan, how about you?
Yeah, I was very, very happy with Schlittler last night. Obviously, I thought he was building momentum kind of towards that start. He had gone a couple of outings in the past where he had a couple of scoreless performances, right? That one perfect game going into the 7th inning against the Rays. And then his last outing against the Orioles, he had a shutout game. So not a full complete shutout, but he had like 6 or 7 shutout, which was great to see. So I thought he was really building momentum. Obviously, I was nervous because it's his first postseason start. He's only 24 years old. He's coming into a Yankee Stadium that's obviously got his back, and the crowd was behind him. But it's tough. It's tough being in that space as a rookie pitcher, especially since starting out in AA, going up to AAA, and then being in the major leagues halfway through the season. So really kudos to him. He was lights out. He was fantastic. As George was saying, I'm confident as well with the Blue Jays series. I think we have the better pitching staff. I think we have the better bullpen. I think we have the better matchups, with the off the bench guys and with the bullpen too. So honestly, I'm very, very excited for this series. I think we can go a long way, but we have to elevate our game too, right? The way we played against Boston isn't going to get it done in a 3-5 game series against the Blue Jays. So obviously, we have to step up our game. That's what I want to see from this team. Don't just try to hit the home run ball, which we saw them do a lot this year. Try to get on base, steal bases, be aggressive. Be that championship level caliber team, and that's what I want to see. And if we do that, then I think we can go all the way.
Well said. My next question to you, the panel: who are the guys that you feel on the Blue Jays and you'd be confident if we keep them off the bases? Let's see if we all have the same thought. Let's start with George. Who would you want to? Who has to be off the bases for the Yankees to be successful?
You mean off the bases, or just like you're talking about a speed threat, or are you talking about offensive as in general?
Offensive, you just got to keep them off the base. You got to keep them in check.
I mean, the 2 names for me, it should be pretty obvious. It's George Springer and Vladdy. Those are the 2 big things. And what really concerns me is these 2 guys can hammer 4-seam fastballs. That's all they do. They're dead red, and the Yankees do have some pretty high use fastball guys. I mean, we got one tomorrow, Luis Gil. Rodon throws a lot of fastballs. I mean, we saw it last night. Cam Schindler, no shade at him. He throws a lot of fastballs. So my only concern is those two because they're really good hitters. Springer turned into Barry Bonds like the last third of the season. I mean, he was no one was able to get the guy out. Everything was a base hit. We know about the threat of Vladdy. Had a little bit of a down season for his standards, especially for his pay level. Hashtag overpaid, but you can't act like he's nothing because he's just waiting to explode. So those are the two guys I'm concerned about. Besides that, Alejandro Kirk doesn't really scare me. Varsho doesn't scare me at all. Barger might. Addison Barger, freaking Yankee killer, that guy. So he could be someone to watch out for. He's someone that's proceed with caution. So make it 3. Vladdy, Springer, Barger. But besides that, I have confidence in our guys. I think we can all agree, though, the confidence level that we have with Heel is not to the standards of the other guys, being Fried, Rodon, Schindler. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's a decent matchup versus Gosman, who's a really good pitcher. But in terms of who we got to be careful for, those are my 3 names.
Okay, there is one obvious that you guys are you didn't mention. Let's hear from Mr. Salami. Who are your 3 guys that you're concerned about and you want to see off the bases?
I agree with George. Vladdy, Springer, and Alejandro Kirk. Right now, he's kind of on a hot streak. And tell me if anybody agrees with me, but doesn't he look like like we make a custom player in MLB The Show? You make some like really short and chubby. Doesn't he look like that?
Yeah, take him like 4'11", 300.
Yeah. No knock on him. He's a talented player and stuff. But every time I see him, I always think of like when you make that custom player in MLB The Show. Every time he comes up, that's what I'm worried about. And my issue is even if Kirk isn't as hot as Vladdy and Springer, once you're at Rogers Center and that crowd gets going, I feel like he can heat up and he can really do some damage. Especially in game 1, I'm a little worried about Louis Hill. So I know it could go 50-50. I feel much more confident going into game 2. So I feel the best result for us is to split that series. Obviously, we want to take 2, but if we can split going to back home, we could probably win it in 4.
Yeah, no question about it. Okay, Evan?
For me, it's Springer, Vladdy, and Barger. And I'll throw a little bit of a other guy in there. I'll throw IKF in there too because he's also on the Blue Jays. So I don't want to see him on base either. I just, Springer scares me a lot, right? With what he did with the Astros. We know that he can, he leads off for the Blue Jays. So if he gets on base, we don't want to see Vladdy come up and potentially, get the Blue Jays off to a quick 2-0 start. So we don't want to see that. But Barger is also an underrated player. He's a guy that started out last year. He came up with the Blue Jays once they were struggling, and the Blue Jays gave him a lot of time. And now he's continued his development into this year, and he hits balls very, very hard. He can barrel a lot of balls up. A lot of players on the Blue Jays, they're very, they're kind of like the Rays players. They're very annoying. They get on base. They cause havoc on the bases. So, we definitely don't want to see those guys get on base, and we don't want to see them capitalize. So let's keep them off the bases. Like Clement.
Sean Browning. Clement. To me, he looks like a younger version of Aaron Boone. But he's another guy that's been giving us a lot of heartache and everything. But my 2 is the one you can take to the bank. That's always going to put in a good at bat. Is Kirk. He is a little pest. I can't, it's like they just don't know how to pitch to this guy. And you got to say your Hail Marys and Our Fathers just to try to get this guy out. So that's one. Glad I think I've seen enough where he can be pitched to if the Yankees are, they're really confident in what they're doing, the pitchers. And I've seen they can get Vlad out. Springer, on the other hand, scares me the most. I mean, this guy is just ridiculous against the Yankees. He's like Josh Donaldson was. He Josh Donaldson washed the floor against the Yankees. Then, of course, we all know what he did when he came here. It was nothing but trouble. But besides that, that's the guy. If you keep George Springer off the base, offline, I think we could, this series will be in good hands. And Clement is another pain in the what. He's another one that really drives. He's a ball player. And Michael said it best. Yeah, he can run, he can hit, he can field, he makes the plays. But you know what, guys? The same way that we're talking about that, I'm sure in Toronto's talk shows, they're talking about, what about the Yankees? You got to worry about the Golden Boy. You got to worry about Stanton, who anytime can get hot. You got to worry about Bellinger. Trent Grissom, you don't know what you're going to get. This guy can come up and it'll be 1-0 tomorrow. You don't know. And then they have other surprises, Chaz Chisholm. So they got to contend with a lot too, Yeah. And we are a different team than we were the last time we played and lost to Toronto. So let's see what our boys are made of now. Are they men or are they boys? And I think they're going to be men. They're going to come up big. I just feel that way. I wanted to compare the pitching the pitches. So Toronto has Guzman going tomorrow. We're not sure, but I don't think that Bassett's going to be pitching, although they kind of have him listed as a possibility. I don't know how that's running. What do you guys feel on the pitching? Do you guys really feel the Yankees have the edge, or do you feel that it's even? I mean, if nothing else, I believe they have the edge definitely in the bullpen. No question about it. Breaking news, according to Nitin, the Texas Rangers have named Skip Schumacher as their new manager.
Really?
Thank you, Nitin, for that. We go to sleep. Go to sleep, Nitin. My God.
He's always working.
Yes, Skip Schumacher. Wow, that was. Jeez. Yeah, I think that I guess that's a good move for them. They went the conservative route. I bet you, I guess they, maybe they were thinking of Brad Ausmus, but obviously he's got other ideas right now with the Yankees. So, but I have a feeling that Brad Ausmus is going to become a manager once again. I'm sure he's going to get some opportunities. By the way, there was an award. Did you guys know there was an award handed out, and Kyle Riley beat out Aaron Judge today for it? I saw it quickly. I'm not sure exactly what it was. You guys know what it was?
Award?
I didn't hear it. I could look it up. I haven't heard about it though.
But not MVP?
Award came out. Yeah, something like that. It was something, but he beat out Judge already. So I'm telling you guys, it's not a slam dunk that he's going to get it. These writers are very, very tough on Yankee players. Very tough. What was it?
I think he was honored. Yeah, it says he was honored by Baseball Digest. So maybe that's what you're talking about.
Yes, probably. Yeah. Probably. You're right. It was something like that. So
yeah,
I think. Yeah. So bottom line is it's going to be tough, but who cares as long as the Yankees win the World Series, I don't care what awards come out. I don't care. The best award to me is holding up that championship, for somebody like Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Boone and of course the Golden Boy. So, that's important to me. I don't care about awards and this and that. I care about number 28. I have a little special guest here, another co-host here on Yankee Mania, and you know him as calling the games on the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and we're going to bring up Ken. Ken is coming up.
Hey,
hello, Ken.
What's up, Ken?
Hey,
how's it going, man?
Well, The wife
So,
got home from dance with the granddaughter. She's watching over the sick young man.
what happened now?
He has a viral infection. Been running fevers for the last 3 days, and they said it'll run its
Right.
course. Take Tylenol and Motrin. Nothing we can give you to help him out. He's just freaking miserable. He just asked the one question he asked before I tucked him down. Papa, Yankees playing today? I said, nope, that's tomorrow.
So that means they're going to win. All right.
Yep.
Well, please give him a hug for me and NY Yankee Mania, please. And let's hope he gets over this. Enough already. The poor kid has been down and out, and enough. In all of that, Ken, did you get to hear a little bit from Homer Bush?
Just a tad bit. Not a lot. I plan on going back and listening in the back end. Just
Very nice. Very great.
I like the interviews, and Homer was a great utility man for the Yankees. Always want to catch on that.
Yeah, 100%. We'll pose the same question to you. How do you feel about the series, and what are the guys that most concern you that you want to keep off the bases?
Well, how do I feel about the series? I think I feel very good. I think that the last time we played them in that stretch of 12, the Yankees actually, it was the first time that we faced them with our new and improved lineup, with our bullpen, and with our definitely improved bench. And we handled them. I think we built a template on how to beat the Blue Jays. How do I feel about the series? I think that we're going to take at least one out of two in Toronto, and that'll neutralize their home field advantage. I don't think we leave New York because I think with Rodon and the fourth matchup, they haven't listed as Schlittler. I don't agree with it, as usual. However, I don't think we leave New York, and we'll be locking it up with the Mariners in the ALCS.
Wow. Well, game one is going to be obviously Louis Hill. What do they have for 2 and 3? What are we seeing? What are we looking at?
We are going to have Hill throwing the first game. Fried will be throwing the second. Rodon will be in the third game, first game back in New York. And the fourth is undeterminate. What I suspect is going to happen is what I called for before. I think that Yarbrough is going to at least start the game, and Schlittler will come in to finish it out for him.
Now, are you saying that because of the lineups, or is this just your gut feeling?
Now, looking at the lineups, looking at what the pitchers have done as a whole. For instance, Yarbrough faced the Blue Jays once this season. He took the win, went 5 1/3 innings. He only gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was on a homer. Struck out 3, didn't walk anybody. So he handled them fairly well, but he only went 5 1/3. Now you throw in, he's throwing anywhere from 88 to 70 miles an hour. And then you throw in a pitcher like Schlittler who's throwing BBs at 98 plus. How do you think their bats are going to catch up to them? They won't be doing all that fouling crazy crap that they did the last time they saw them.
Schlittler last night was over 100.
If it's a clinch game, you're going to do that?
Regardless, yes.
I don't know. I mean, we had the debate if who should the third starter be in a wild card series. You were team Yarby, I was team Schlittler. I don't know, man. I've seen people say go heel if you it's 5 games, right? Am I correct? It's 5.
Yeah.
It's 3 out of 5.
Yes.
So if you win tomorrow, and if you win all the games in Toronto, going into New York, are you going to start Rodon or are you going to start Schlidler?
I'm starting Rodon.
Really, I've seen people toss around the idea of going Schlidler in that game.
So you would start him on short rest?
Give him the extra day.
Yeah, but you got to also.
You'd start him on short rest.
You also have to remember, though.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was going to say the fastball. See, this is a different team. They're a great fastball hitting team. So
Yeah.
I mean, I love Cam. Don't get me wrong, and I want to see him in there. But it just kind of scares me because they wait for that. The George Springers, the Guerreros, even the Kirks, and if you throw some junk at them. And then you come in with the fastball. I would.
All right.
What was that?
Here's my reason for going with Yarborough. Vladimir Guerrero is hitting 188 against Yarborough.
How many at bats?
That would be 32 at bats. George Springer with 19 at bats is hitting 158. The only one that hits him well, and he's a pain in the butt to every Yankee pitcher, is damn Alejandro Kirk, who's hitting 313, but he hasn't hit a dinger off of it. He hasn't got an extra base hit.
Mark my words, he's not going to do anything in this series.
Huh?
He's not doing anything in this series.
Kirk is one of those guys that always catches us. It's like Joe says, if you want to make money, bet on Kirk hitting against the Yankees because he always does it.
Not in this series.
Well, we shall see.
I hope you're right, but I don't see it. I don't see it. What's going to change?
If you chase down the rest of the lineup for the Blue Jays versus Yarborough, Kirk is hitting 313 and Bichette is hitting 310, and Bichette's not going to be there. Everyone else is hitting pretty much 200 or donuts. So I like the matchup with Yarborough. That's just my take. I'm some old guy who's been around the game for a crap load of years and has done a little bit of pitching myself, and what do I know? And then the second match, or the first matchup that we have, is Heel against the Blue Jays. He faced him one time this year. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run. He had 4 base on balls. That was one of his crazy base on ball days. He had one strikeout, and he took the W over him. Matter of fact, he faced him in the last series. So I like him going up against the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Heel.
In other
just
words,
concerns me.
basically, you want to see junk. You want to see. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just get concerned about, like you said, with Heel, the walks. That's my biggest concern going into the first game, because if he gets those walks, then I guarantee you, Craig's gonna have that moment where he's gonna hurt us. So
I agree.
We'll see.
I agree.
So I mean, looking at straight numbers against the opposing team, I like the matchup with both of them. The other person that I'm bringing on the roster is Yuri De Los Santos.
Yes.
He's got a couple of innings against them in relief this year, and he didn't give up any runs. He gave up a couple of hits, had a couple of strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. So we need guys that are coming out of the pen that are going to be able to hold these guys down.
Yes. Take Blackburn off the roster.
Anybody's going to surprise you? They're going to.
Well, for the love of God, they have Will Warren on the roster right now against the Blue Jays. He has an 18 ERA. He had a 9 and change against the Red Sox, and he was on the postseason. He hasn't seen one freaking pitch from the mound, so why have him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you think there'll be any surprises left off the roster?
As far as positional players, no. I think the roster that you had for the division or the wild card series is going to be the same one you have for the division.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, the only toggle
Yep.
that you might possibly pull would have been Slater, but he's not better than any of the other outfielders. He's not faster than Dominguez, and Dominguez's whole purpose in life is going to be to
Faster?
pinch run for Stanton
Yeah.
in late inning games.
He should have
And
been in
take
for
him
Goldschmidt for this game.
Say again?
Dominguez should have been in for Goldschmidt in the first game, but it's all right.
That's
It's over with.
Goldschmidt's run didn't make a difference. The run that made a difference was the guy at second. Goldschmidt scores, we're down 3-2.
I mean, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this lineup. I don't know if you heard this take Ken I had, but I think it was really important to have these 3 games and have Volpe and Wells get the big hits, get the crowd back on their side, get their confidence up so they can hit the ground running against Toronto. So you don't have the bottom of the order dead. So I think that's very crucial right now because I think you're going to definitely look at a lineup, I think, tomorrow that has Austin Wells and Ben Rice in it. I don't think you're going to see Paul Goldschmidt. So just the fact that you have Austin Wells, who got these big hits for the Yankees, who put the ball in play, who hit the ball hard, who had a crappy season, him and Volpe both. They had bad seasons at the dish. They were not at a good state with the Yankee fans, but they do this in the wild card series. They help us beat our biggest rivals, the Red Sox. That's great momentum because now 1 through 9, you have a pass the baton mentality because that's what we had games 2 and 3 was pass the baton, keep the line moving, don't wait for the big homer, base hit, base hit, base hit. That's what we need, and I'm so glad that we actually had these 3 games instead of winning the division. Because I'll be honest with you, you win the division, you pump the brakes, you stand back, you say, "Whew, we did it." But now you just beat Boston. It was a great series. It came down to Game 3. Your momentum is high. Cam Schlittler fired you up. Austin Wells fired you up. Jazz Chisholm fired you up. Now you're hot right now, man. The Yankees are running on fumes right now going into Toronto, and that's what I see as monumentally important for this whole roster. It's an energy thing for me.
Very important points.
We have some news here. Nitin doesn't go to sleep. Here we go. Denny Nagel just informed my team that he can come on Sunday now. We booked him for Joe's Mania show at 9:30 Eastern on Sunday, October 5th. To continue that, Nagel said he's not feeling great right now, and he doesn't know if he would be better in time for Saturday's show. All right. Nitin also says Tom Flash Gordon will still be joining on Saturday, October 4th at 9:30 Eastern. Well, thank you, Nitin, for the update. Okay, so we have both players, but we have them in 2 different days. So Flash Gordon tomorrow morning at 9:30 and Nagel at 9:30 on Sunday, correct? So we're all right. So we'll be all set. Okay, guys, you heard that here. So tomorrow morning it'll just be Flash Gordon. Tom Flash Gordon will join us at 9:30. We will come on at 9 a.m. and we will come on 9 a.m. on Sunday when we have Denny Nagel. So put those 2 days aside, everyone, and then Monday we go back to 8:30 a.m. So 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock for the next 2 morning shows as we bring in two ex-Yankee greats here on NY Yankee Mania. Thank you, Nitin, for the update. We will definitely make the change, and I appreciate that. But please go to sleep now. You got to go to sleep. You need some sleep, my man. Come on. Holy cow. It's 3:00 where you are, and you have a safari in 3 hours. Will you go to sleep? Jeez. My God. He's
Maybe
too
he's hooked on
much.
the thing.
He might
Anyway,
be in,
I'm
he
sorry.
might be in
And you
danger
were
in
going to say
Africa.
something?
He might be in danger in Africa. He's about the size of an Oompa Loompa. The lions and tigers and bears, oh my, might be hunting him.
Yeah, throw Aaron Boone in the cage with him.
Yeah, really. So
Now, the other thing that I was
yeah.
going to bring up is that McMahon actually had a good series
Yes.
with the stick. Rosario looked impressive. I mean, what more can you say? Even the guys, we're getting productivity out of guys that are like, oh, they stink. Honestly, the Blue Jays don't have any left-handed starters, and I don't see Goldie being in there as a starter in any given game. I see him coming in as a defensive replacement.
Yeah.
Man, like I took the life out of everybody. Dead stares, no comments.
No,
I'm listening.
no, we're thinking that
I'm
you're going to
listening.
say we're listening intense to the boss because I mean, hey,
I'm an old guy who's been around the game for a while, and I call some play-by-plays.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
I'm just happy Rosario had his moment with the big hit last night, because I mean, this guy is always the first one out of the dugout when there's a big homer. Very energetic, great vibe. So I'm just glad he had his moment and he did his job. When we first traded for him, I think he knew his job is to hit lefties. That's his job, and he did it. So when you got everyone doing their job, McMahon hit a little bit too in the series, but obviously the glove's there, and when you have two pitchers like Max Fried and Carlos Rodon who get a lot of ground balls, I want the vacuum at third. And with all these righty pitchers, I don't mind taking the risk. It's not like you got a lefty versus McMahon, you got a righty. So I like McMahon. He obviously he had the crazy play the other night when he went flying into the dugout face first. Just shows you how gritty this guy is. Just a great
but I'd like to thank the Boston Red Sox players for not giving this guy the freaking benefit of the doubt, trying to keep him from getting seriously hurt. That was crap.
I know, I saw that.
Unacceptable. Completely.
well, when they yeah.
Just look at
Well,
him.
they always say though when a player goes into the other dugouts, they never really help out. They really don't.
Well,
Especially
I remember
those
a few years
Red Sox.
back, there was a guy who went through the opening of the Yankees dugout, and somebody by the name of Jorge Posada kept him from falling down those stairs and breaking his legs.
Yes.
And that's
Yep,
the way
I remember
Yankees
that.
play
I
ball.
totally remember that.
Yankees do not play that silly crap.
I remember when Gio went into the Rays dugout, he got a little bit of help. Remember that, Gio Urshela? He was playing shortstop that game, and he ran all the way over into the Rays dugout, went flying.
He was shifted over. I remember he was shifted over from third
Full
to the
sprint.
shortstop position. He had to run all the way over in foul territory. Yep,
I miss that guy so much.
he was good.
Grand slam he hit in Cleveland. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
But the long and short, Yankee baseball is a lot different than other teams, and even reading an article in the Athletic today, I was pissed off. That Red Sox fans are freaking attacking Schlittler's family on social media. What kind of garbage is that?
Boston garbage.
Yeah.
Schlittler's mom did something to influence the game. She's displaying pride in her son, who did a fantastic job as a starter against their organization.
yeah.
Complete garbage. And people need to understand these people have families and they're normal people. Certainly no game or anything is worth threatening threatening or being nasty to him.
Yeah, that's just the way it is, man. That's,
Well,
everybody's a little too serious.
it may be the way it is, but it's not right.
Joe,
Of
how
course
much
not.
longer
None of that.
is it on this?
The what?
Longer you think we're gonna run?
Okay, you want to get off?
No, I'm asking how much longer it's gonna go.
Yeah, you're at an hour 25. Aaron.
Yeah, we'll go tonight. We'll go another 10 minutes. We'll go another 10 minutes.
The question I had
so-
for you, George, is how are you feeling after your?
I'm all right. Thank you, Ken.
You're a little
Appreciate
bit of a
that.
Yeah, well, you were on our thoughts, and Nathan kept us informed a little bit, so
Yeah.
making sure that you're okay.
Yeah, I've definitely been better, but it's getting better, you know. Luckily,
Have you been to the class? Are you going to go back to classes next week, early next week?
I've been back.
Oh, good.
So did somebody sub in for you calling the football game?
No, I still we were away.
Okay, so you lucked out on
But
that one.
tomorrow at 2, jump right back in the booth. Got a game to call.
All right.
Awesome.
Stuff.
Awesome. And by the way, we do have some news on play-by-play. So Ken, start with yours, and then Evan, start you chime into tomorrow. Go ahead, Ken.
Well, there are going to be 2 American League Division Series on Saturday and Sunday, 4 games total. I will be calling the Yankees 408 game 1 with Luis Hill versus Kevin Gossman. The Let's Go Yankees, and then I will call the Sunday game. I'm not sure exactly what time it is. However, I will be there.
Okay, and Evan, how about you?
Yeah, first of all, kick this Joe guy out of the chat. He's being a jerk off. Get him off. There we go. All right.
Okay, he's gone.
All right, thanks. So tomorrow, Tigers Mariners, game 1 of the ALDS. Joe and I will be doing over here on MI Yankee Mania. Hope to see you guys all here hopefully after a Yankees win. Go by over to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Ken does a great job calling all the games, so go over to his channel for that, and then come by to us for game 1 of Tigers Mariners tomorrow. So it should be a fun series.
All right, and Chef Nick is weighing in. I know he has a really busy night tonight. What's up? Showing some love, George. Good to see you, my friend Ken, Evan, Jonathan. Welcome, brother. Yes, and I'm fine. Nick, thanks for asking. No, everything is cool. I feel good and getting ready for the Yankees. There's always a little nerves for game 1, but it usually pops out. So it's the anticipation of waiting for all of this. So well, listen, let's start around the table, guys. Your predictions, and we'll end the show that way. So let's start with our new Mr. Salami Man. Give me your predictions for this upcoming Yankee series. Go ahead.
Yes. So my predictions are we're going to split in Toronto. We need a split in Toronto if we want a good outcome. Otherwise, we're in some trouble. I want to go 2-0 in Toronto, but I'm going to be realistic about it. I say we're going to probably lose game 1, win game 2, and then we'll take the other 2 games in back home. This series will not go back to Toronto. So I see us finishing in 4 games, and then we're on our way off to the ALCS. So I'm feeling really good about this. Toronto's pitching doesn't scare me. Yes, they have some good hitters over at Toronto, but I feel like we can shut them down. They will have a moment. I feel like with that one game in Toronto where it's going to be insane. We're going to feel bad and we're probably going to turn off the game. But don't worry about it. We're going to win the series. That's how I feel.
Okay. And again, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
George, you're up next.
Yeah, I mean, kind of to piggyback off that, kind of agree. Tomorrow's kind of a coin flip, but besides that, I mean, knock on wood, the Yankees do have a clear-cut path. Toronto's pitching does not scare me in the slightest, and in playoff series, pitching is what's going to win you. You know, to have a good starter, but also to have a good bullpen. Fernando Cruz, my guy, he was nails. David Bednar, we know he's phenomenal. Devin Williams didn't even look half bad. So the bullpen for the Yankees is looking good. The lineup has looked fantastic. We battled back. We won 2 straight to clinch. So really excited about that. I do think we split in Toronto. I think tomorrow's the toughest matchup. But besides that, I want to see some aggressive Yankee baseball. I want to see our pitchers go crazy. Max Fried, let's keep this season going, man. First year in the Bronx, had a fantastic regular season. First playoff start, dueled with Crochet. Crochet won the marathon, but Fried pitched a stellar game. Let's have another great one. Rodon, I mean, flashback to last postseason. It was against the Guardians at home. That was one of the best postseason starts I've seen a Yankee pitcher make in recent memory. So he can hopefully channel that. And Cam Schlittler, we know what he's capable of. I mean, that was a phenomenal start against the Red Sox. Interested to see his approach with more fastball hitting guys. But besides that, man, the offense looked good. Like I said, we have that pass the baton mentality, which is huge. We're not just waiting for Stanton to hit the huge home run. We're not anymore, which is great. We're putting runners on base. We're getting base knocks to drive them in. We're stealing. We're doing hit and runs. We are getting to be a more dynamic baseball team, and that is huge, which is why I have high hopes going into the series. I know there's going to be lots of good baseball being played. All series are good matchups. On the other side, you got the Dodgers and you got the Phillies. The Tigers Mariners should be an interesting one. Just lots of good baseball being played. Really excited. One of my favorite times of the year. You got the MLB season coming to a close. And in my opinion, the best playoffs in sports are the MLB playoffs. No doubt in my mind. And yeah, that's what I got. Let's go Yankees and let's get a dub. Let's go to the ALCS, baby.
Well said, George. And thank you for coming on. And we hope you feel better 1, 2, 3 and get back to the Georgie Wodgie that we know and love. So get better, my friend. And anytime, you know we're here for you.
Thank you.
Evan, you go next.
Yeah, good job, getting out of that Red Sox series, right? We're the first team in the MLB wildcard expanded format to overcome that 1-0 deficit. So we made some history against the Red Sox, as did Cam Schlittler last night. So always good to see that. I think that we're a better team than the Blue Jays. I know the regular season was a different story. You know, they've had our number this past year, especially in Toronto. But, we're a different team now. We have a better bench. We have a better bullpen. And our starting lineup can compete with anybody else in the game. So I think us fans should be confident going into the series. I'm not too worried about our pitching staff. I think Luis Gil just has to, get out of the first inning, and we have the guys in the bullpen to back him up. Everybody should be available, all hands on deck, especially with Fried going in game 2. So just of course split in Toronto, that would be great, but try to get 2, and then come back to New York, and you need to get at least 1 there, and we win the series. So let's go Yankees. We're gonna win this series. Let's go.
Good take, Evan. Thank you so much for being here. And last but not least, Mr. Ken, your predictions so far.
Well, I've been pretty decent at picks this season. The only one that I missed on was the taking the AL East, but it wasn't through lack of effort on the Yankees. We just didn't get any help from the Rays. And I can live with that. If we take tomorrow night's game or tomorrow afternoon's game with Hill, it's going to be a 3-game sweep. They're not going to beat Rodon. I don't care where we're at. And they're not going to beat Freed. Plain and simple. This is their one glimmer of hope. They take Hill out, which I don't think they will. And it's a 3-game series. And then we get to rest and wait for the Tigers and the Mariners to fight it out.
Well, that sounds good. I'm still going the old-fashioned route. I'm going to go in 5. Yankees will win it. They will win it in 5. I'm not crazy about going back to Toronto, but I still think it might be headed that way. I'm still a little bit lacking with Louis Seal for tomorrow. I'm anxious to see what he's going to do the first couple of innings, and then we'll take it from there. But I'm going to go Yankees in 5. I hope it's 3. To be honest with you, I mean, obviously, I don't see that, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But you guys killed it. What?
Why is it obvious you don't see that? You have.
I
Hill.
don't see it. I just.
He has postseason experience, and he was our only win in the World Series against the Dodgers.
Proud to say I was at that game.
Okay.
So hence, got no doubts about his ability to compete in high leverage games. Look at Max Fried, what Max Fried has done all season long, especially towards the back end. Rodon, any different? You're talking, we have a team, the only team that has an 18 and a 19 game winner. There is no 1-2 combination that matches up with that in baseball this season.
All I do is win, no matter what. That's all they do, win.
And what have I always said, Joe? Pitching wins championships. It's not the stick. And I'm going to tell you what, everybody's expecting Judge to go off. He's not going off. He's going to see an Olympic proportionate number of intentional walks and unintentional walks.
Okay.
The manager for the Blue Jays, he's done it all season long.
That's true.
Yep.
This is the playoffs, though. We'll see.
So the dudes that are hitting behind Judge better have it on.
Yep.
Yeah, Grissom. Grissom there's no in between with him. Either he's hot or he's darn cold.
Do we have an update on?
There's again no in between with him. Absolutely no.
Do we have an update on Belly?
Who?
Bellinger.
I think he's good, from what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he told Boone to stick it.
Yeah,
So with that being said, and landing funny on his foot, that's why he didn't run down to first base. He's fine. No concerns there.
Yeah, really. Okay. Well, tomorrow's it, guys. But great stream, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you to Homer Bush for starting us all off. We had a great interview. Remember, tomorrow morning we are going to come on at 9 a.m. and at 9:30. A little update on that. We're only going to have Tom Flash Gordon with us tomorrow morning. But the good news is Sunday morning we will have Denny Nagel. Same time, 9:30. So both shows tomorrow and Sunday will start at 9 a.m., everyone. So please make a little note of it. And, we appreciate it. And then, of course, there's the Yankees at 4:08 with the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, Ken doing the play-by-play tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, we're right here. Evan and I are going to be doing the Mariner-Tiger game. And then we will have a post-game show. There's a lot coming on, guys. Stick with us. Don't forget to press the like button and, of course, notifications with that. And subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. So with that in mind, have a good night, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you with coffee, donuts, and everything tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. with former great Yankee relief pitcher Tom Gordon. Good night, everyone. God bless you all. God bless America. And thank you all. And again, welcome to Johnny Salami to the show, to the big dance, and also George getting a lot better. So happy. Evan, of course, is Evan, and Ken is Ken. Thank you. Ken, hug to the little one. Make sure Wyatt is gets a big hug from Uncle Joe. I'd really appreciate that.
No worries.
So with that, you got it. Thank you. Good night, everyone. We'll see you at 9 a.m. Thank you so much. And let's go Yankees.